Previously on what I was talking to you about before, the level of suffer in this country have acclimatized to a point that even common rat like the two both of us cannot see food chop.
How you mean?
The suffer have tie rapper and gele and even pose for family passport.
You mean?
I tell you.
Ratrace is funny business. Ratrace is the Nigerian story. Ratrace is how we feel about the country. I mean, everybody likes funny. But I mean, what makes it even more interesting, it's very reflective of our society. So no matter how stressful life gets, you always like to look for the funny part of the situation. So telling the Ratrace narrative made it really interesting to actually tell the Nigerian story through an animal's perspectives.
The need to tell the story of the everyday Nigerian hustle and the events that influence this hustle. Everybody wants to get their opinion out there, and these rats just give you a perspective of these people.
What really inspires it is actions and reactions of people, how they respond to issues, situations that they face.
Ideas hit me anytime, anywhere. I would love to say they hit me in the shower, but I can't really say I have a shower. Ideas hit me on the road, anywhere, and what inspires them mostly are the occurrences that happen around me. Little occurrences can give birth to massive stories.
There are always stories to tell, whether it's old, whether it's new. What you need is actually a new perspective. Once you get any perspective, another perspective, you have a new story. Even if it's the same story that you're telling on a different perspective, it becomes fresh, it becomes new.
Everybody has a different perspective, and everybody's perspective is a different story. And so I think every day, all you have to do is try to find as many perspectives to a matter and tell it from all those perspectives. You have a new story.
Yeah, I've been working with the team for a while, as far back as 2005 when the idea came up, and it was just talk. We didn't know we were going to actually take it this far. So when the idea came up to do it, and we came by the studio and we looked at the scripts and plans they had for it. So based on that, we felt it would be something worth investing in. Yeah, so we started working on concept artwork, started working on expression sheets, storyboard, the color system for the entire story. I mean, there are lots of reference materials to actually work with, but having to create your own character design that was extremely unique and wouldn't look like Tom and Jerry or Pinky and the Brain or either of the Looney Tunes characters. So it was a bit of a challenge for us to come up with an extremely unique design that's actually relatable to.
I believe hardship have put this rat in a position of he is no more.
The writers are also the voiceovers for the characters. So the characters are based on their personalities, how they respond to society. So it was easy for them to actually write about it.
You need to get your opinion out, to voice it. I love to voice what I'm thinking, to say my mind. And that's Nkapi. Nkapi loves to say his mind. If it was me, this is what I would do. So that's exactly the same thing. Funny enough, Nka is my favorite, although I voiced Nkapi, but I like Nka because of that lazy swag he has. And then I like the fact that he takes life easy. He's not panicking about it. Everything easy. I love that.
Oh! This world is wicked. Human being is innumerably wicked.
Which kind of bad thing where human being do you again? How we then put this food make we chop?
My exact point exactly!
I see a little bit of Nka in me, in the sense of being laid back, easygoing, carefree, more like zenless. I would say Kapi is my favorite, based on him having a funny mentality. He usually has a smart way of getting what he wants, getting by. So he can get you to do what he wants you to do because he doesn't want to do it. That kind of thing. More like getting his way anyhow he wants.
Who goes there?
Who goes where now? Only ask question, only you want me friend make. What do you want me to do?
I got a mail from the client saying they wanted to start an animated series. So the first thing I asked was, are you doing just a pilot or you're actually running a complete season? And they said, yes, we're running a complete season. How many episodes? They said 12, and I think about 5 minutes per episode. And short and very funny. And so we invited them over to the office. They came over. And we just discussed the project, and in less than 2 weeks we're good to go because the first few scripts were ready. So we wanted to test the concept first with the pilots, and that was how we got started. So immediately they signed up. We started with character designs, designing the environments. Animation projects are not funny. Animation projects take long hours. Take dedication. There's no amount of money that can actually inspire you to stay in the project, except you actually love to do it. So for this, we had to go through a series of character iterations, design, destroy, because we're looking for the perfect character build for the story. Even with the animation process, after the initial draft, we had to scrap the entire initial draft we did and started afresh all over again. Naturally, there'll be challenges within teammates working on the project based on how best to tell the story. Even with the writers trying to tell the story the way we felt would be generally accepted by the Nigerian audience.
Well, the major challenge presenting those characters is the voice characterization. It's not easy maintaining the same level of voice texture and all that, especially in Nigeria where animation is not at its peak. But we've had to adapt in a very short period.
The voiceover is the spirit of the character, so to actually maintain that character is different when you are acting the character and when your voice is
only ask question, only you want me friend make.
Because when you're voicing the character, you don't even get to see whatever life you give to the character is what it becomes, and you have to be consistent at that. So for every time you get to revoice the character and your voice changes, the perception of the character or how we see the character also changes. So we've done a series of recordings for the character just to be able to standardize the voicing for them, and we noticed the changes also. So we've been working on that, and now we finally have it. So there are tons of challenges, but there's no challenge in the project. It's never fun.